zero. Hey, easy, easy.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 25 on second down, Rivers. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
At their 48-yard line.
180, 380.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 52 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 22. Back to throw, Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Colts.
Right, 40.
What tight end?
On the run, it's Ware. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They run with Hines, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Here we go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go. Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, a 2-time Pro Bowler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Hey, watch the leg.
He's crashing.
Alpha!
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
To throw, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Locke. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Chargers. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Turn out.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
SOS. Hey, alert 3.
Out of the gun, block. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Margus Hunt able to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rivers now from the 50. And to the right side here, it's Allen. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Clayton Geathers makes the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Love. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Kill.
Hey, go orange.
He's checking.
Orange.
Crash.
Hey.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. This is Hines, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Lott. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 37. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Lott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Lott. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Lott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 79! 79!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Gordon run 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, Brown 80! Red Delta! Bravo! Hey!
58, the mud. You go night-night. Don't go night-night. Hey, 58 is a mud. Go.
Left!
58, right over there.
Go!
Right, 58, right there.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner. Took contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, 28 yards. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. That throw into the arms of Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rivers finding his top receiver. That's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit. Load it. Load it.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 41's coming.
Wait, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Charlie.
41 Mike.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Valvin away and bring up 2nd down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rivers again, and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Locke. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Luck now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Locke. And he connects with Ebron. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Locke. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Monday. 49.
After the run, Luck going to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Round 80. Round.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Man, I got you.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Delta.
Mike.
Keep it skinny.
Watch the slant.
Round.
Rivers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Allen's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 71 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Cut! Black 15!
Defense wins championships, baby. Check!
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Rocket! Hey! High 7! 300!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week.